Welcome everyone. We're here with Muriel Sadler-Hart, who went on the Nicaragua SIT program. Welcome, Muriel.
Thank you.
Can you tell us about your experience?
So I just flew in spring 2016 to Nicaragua and Cuba. I don't know, something that I really found that helped me prepare for going there is the books and reading beforehand, and because I didn't know a lot about Nicaragua. And I don't know, I just, from reading the books and then going there and getting to know this small cohort of people was fantastic, and we became like a mini family almost, and we got to experience Nicaragua for the first time together, which was really nice.
Great. What did you think of your homestay family?
So what I really liked about my homestay family is that it was similar to my family in the US, because they really try to put you with someone that you're comfortable with. And I have a really small family. I'm an only child, and so I only have me and my parents, and in Nicaragua, and her son for the most part, and that was kind of perfect because it was a small family, but they cared so much about me, and they would always call me, my mom would call me her little princess, unless her granddaughter was there, and then she was the princess. But yeah, so I don't know. I felt like I was actually part of a family, and I felt much more connected to the culture and to the people, especially in that neighborhood, from staying with my family.
Great. And what would you say about the academics?
I don't know. I'm a very go-getter. I'm an overachiever, so I really went for it. And for me, it was fairly simple. And, you know, if you do this, you'll get this. And, you know, if you don't do it, then, you know, well, I mean, you're experiencing, they did so much on the academics. They weren't like, you have to get this grade, blah, 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 which is a good thing. I think experiential learning is all about that. But if you worked hard at all the academic part of it and learning, I think the first couple of weeks of the program, learning about the culture and how they structured that was fantastic, because a lot of us didn't know a lot about Nicaraguan history and all that kind of stuff. So that was really, really beneficial. And yeah, as the program went on, I really liked the structure of it, because as the program went on, there was more and more independence. And finally, when we did our own independent study projects, we basically had all independence. We had to manage our own time. And it was almost like we were doing our own like research. I mean, we were doing our own research, but like real life, I don't know, not school research or whatever. And it felt like I was actually could have been an anthropologist or something like that. And so it was a good opening into the like the real world, or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm. And what was your ISP on?
My ISP was on music, the connection between music and faith. And I was part of one, because I'm a musician, and so I sing. And so I was part of one choir. It was a Baptist choir when I was there, and so I did participant observation with that choir. And then I also went to other services and observed the other types of music in the churches and how they influence the congregations and the people in the choirs. And I felt like, I mean, the director of one of the choirs just emailed me the other day and was like, "How are you? Like, I'm just checking up." Like, it's really sweet, because throughout the whole time of the ISP, I also felt like I was in like mini like family little circles. And I don't know, I think that's one of my big values in life, is connection with people. And I think that, I mean, I went out and found these communities, but then ultimately they took me under their wing and helped me in any way they could.
Wow, that sounds exciting. And what do you think?
Yeah, it was.
What do you think you learned in the program that you can take with you in the future?
I think I wasn't singing as much as I usually do in life, but at the same time I was doing a lot more research during this project or during this program. And something that I think I will be able to use for the rest of my life is the ability for time management within a certain subject or certain project or certain research, whatever it may be. Whatever I think Anne and the whole Nicaraguan program really did focus on experiential learning, but at the same time, she put so much on us that it really made us grow up, as opposed to we weren't students, we were people going through life that had responsibility. And I think that was something that I took away, because I've always been someone who's been on top of things, but that was to a new extent because it was a new country, new everything, and she really allowed us to be adults and to have responsibility. And I can take that on whenever I'm doing other research or other music stuff anywhere in life.
Great. And what do you think is unique about SIT? You may have already touched on this.
About SIT, I think that, well, I've said this multiple times, yeah. The experiential learning, and the excursions I really, really enjoyed because we weren't just in Managua. We went to the Caribbean coast, we went to the Campo, we went to Cuba, which was like the best time of my life. And I think SIT really centers around getting the most out of everything, whether that's academics or the culture or, you know, even just the people within the program. And I think that the the familyness of the program really, really stuck with me.
Excellent. Is there anything else you want to tell students that are thinking about this program?
I don't know if there's any hesitation at all, just go with it, because I'm not someone who goes out of my boxes very often and like pushes my boundaries, and this program definitely did that for me, and it was completely beneficial. So if anybody's hesitant, just go with it.
Awesome. Good advice. Great. Thank you so much. And thank you for being a